Greetings, my human friends. This is Rudolf of Germany, the tall white alien. For my hybrid brothers, a short position check. Electromagnetic frequency check increased alpha wave activity to 41 cycles per second, 7 Hz per second delta, cerebral cortex interdimensional stability, positive grade 2. Thank you. I feel impelled today to give you some more information about the human hybrid program which we implemented many thousands of years ago and still exists today. A program which I also offer to some members of the public by sending me a right thumbprint which we can analyze and find out if people who send in these thumbprints are physically and mentally healthy and stable enough to go through such a about 5-year program in order to include them and welcome them in our several thousand people strong group of human hybrids. What is a human hybrid? Well, to make it a little bit clearer for you, once your mind capacity, your intelligence, your logic thinking capacity, and also your emotional basis is being tremendously enhanced by our DNA enhancement work, by the work which will filter out negative genetic strains and foster the ones which are responsible for so-called superhumanhood. Once you have done that, you will be able to switch dimensions at will, subconsciously of course, and avoid dramatic, horrific events for yourself and your close vicinity. This has been done for many thousands of years, and the most powerful people on this planet have enjoyed a very long and healthy life in general, besides the ones who failed in their work, failed in their dedication towards us. Of course, these people will be punished accordingly. But there are also other groups of human hybrids from other reptilian races than myself, human extraterrestrial hybrids which have been programmed, which have been used for evil means. And this is actually the explanation I want to come to today. You have experienced many times in the past such events as terrorist attacks, school shootings, the shootings of policemen, of unarmed, innocent civilians. All these things you have witnessed. The robot armies which are fighting each other, soldiers who have been telepathically influenced, and so on. Let me give you a clear vision on these events. Not all, of course, there are people with mental issues, but the ones of key positions in terrorism, the ones who are doing the most thought-through, intellectually brilliant terrorist acts, have normally been extraterrestrial human hybrids, remote controlled by evil forces, the forces which we fight since centuries. How can it be that a young person comes, for example, from one of the Near East countries into America, a person of 18, 20, 22 years, man or woman, and cold-heartedly kill dozens of people and maybe explode a bomb which is attached to their own body and rip themselves without the blink of an eye into 1,000 pieces? How would a normal, balanced young person, a person with a future, the idea of building a family and doing good, having children, how could such a person do such an act of cruelty towards others and himself? This is only possible through the influence, the remote controlled influence of evil outside forces, forces who abuse of these people for their own evil means. So you have to be very careful who you're dealing with. In some religions there are inside esoteric groups who offer you to become a part of a secret society, of a secret cult. And once you're in there, without you even knowing, and mostly these are religious groups, without you even knowing, you slip into a program. They take some of your hair, fingerprints, they scan your eyes, they get a hold of your DNA and change without knowing, without you knowing, change your DNA and create a hybrid, a slave for their means. Just look around and look at all these Christian, Muslimic, and other people who are so intense involved in their religion and are willing to even kill for their beliefs. People who bombard clinics in the United States, abortion clinics, people who attack people on the street because they wear a kippah. All these people are highly influenced, and the most severe cases you can usually speak of extraterrestrial human hybrids who are remote controlled robots living between you and just need to be triggered from 1 second to the next to kill masses of people. This is going on for a very long time, but has been more and more sophisticated in recent years and being used by secret service agencies, which are the long arm of dark forces, and create the fear and terror between people who have absolutely no idea what they're dealing with and have a problem grasping the horrific events which have happened in the past and are even more frequently going to happen in the future. We just saw it last night. In the United States, several bombs went off, knife attacks, and many other cases of attacks you will never hear of. All of this is aimed to confuse and frighten the public, to involve their minds into these events while The economic situation on this planet, and particularly in the Western world and America, is deteriorating rapidly, and new systems are being worked on which you have absolutely no clue about. And the outcome of these new systems, these economical systems, are going to be even more dangerous for you than the rapidly increasing terror attacks in your midst. So this is my lesson for today about human hybrids. I also create with my brothers human hybrids, but hybrids which I speak openly about, and a program which I speak openly about, so we can fight these evil forces. And in an intermediate time frame, we also work with Donald Trump. We have a telepathic influence on him. We strengthen him, particularly in the last few days and weeks, as you can see, after I announced this strengthening and telepathic program. Donald Trump became more calm. Donald Trump speaks more clearly. And all of this was necessary. All of these things were necessary for us to implement so he can win the presidency and work in the interest of the American people, which is also the interest of my group of tall, white aliens. This was my message for today. I wish you a pleasant Sunday. Rudolf of Germany.